Hello everyone. I thought I would take the time to go over some of our goals. I really appreciate you guys coming and watching and being part of our experience with Dave Ramsey and keeping us accountable. Here's what Ed and I worked up for some of our goals. This goes through 5 years. Right now I'm just going to talk about the 3-month goal from when we started, and then the 9-month goal from when we started. So our 3-month goals are that, well, 3 months will be up in the middle of March, which is coming up pretty fast now. We have sold Concept 1, which is also what many people know as the new Beetle. Its transmission died on us, and we got $950 for it, which was a decent price. Plus my husband got an engine for another vehicle that we will be putting in that other minivan. Anyway, we want to save up $1,000, which we should be able to accomplish this month, possibly into March, depending on how much the tires that we have to get for the car we're driving right now are, and the property taxes, because we're gonna fully fund the emergency savings with our tax refund that should be here by the end of February. Then we also want to sell the cow, which is a Ayrshire, which is a milk cow, if anyone is interested in knowing. Then we have 2 llamas that we just basically want to get rid of. We want to sell 3 other things. I'm going to consider one of them already sold, because we got a parts minivan with the engine, and this guy that gave us the parts minivan was going to take it and sell it for scrap. And he took a '85 Toyota that we had that also was just worth scrap, and so that is also taken care of, in my opinion. We want to pay property taxes, which we will do with our tax refund. And then this is a personal goal of mine: exercise at least 4 times a week. Right now, because of the prednisone I'm on for the transplant, I have gained quite a bit of weight after the kidney transplant. Unfortunately, it is common on steroids for some people, and I'm one of them. I have lost 50 pounds on keto so far, so I'm doing good. I just need to now incorporate exercise into that. Then by September, we want to have a second car running. Right now my husband and I are sharing one car. We have a full garage/shop building that's just full of stuff. When my parents died, we, instead of really dealing with their stuff, we just put it away. We want to sell. We have 40 acres total. 10 acres and the house with shop building and barn, and then 30 acres with nothing on it. And the last time it was appraised, which was about 7-8 years ago, it was appraised at $45,000. We're hoping to sell the 30 acres was appraised at $45,000. We're hoping to sell the 30 acres, pay down, if not completely erase everything but the home equity line of credit. We want to increase our income. Right now my husband gets his pay from Lowe's, which is $18.80 an hour on he's on the weekend shift, so he gets a shift differential in that amount. And then we want to pay off the Protect-A-Check. There we go. And pay down the Capital One down to at least $200. Overtime season is coming, so with the sale of the 30 acres and other things that we're wanting to sell, and of course overtime, we should be able to do that plus a lot more. I thought I'd come back here and show you. Right now our emergency savings is sorry about that, $366. Our overall savings is almost $600. Then we have our debts needing to be paid off. I don't really like this sheet, but hey, I made it, and since I printed it off, I want to use it. This first creditor was propane. This is from when we filled up in August, and we paid some of it down, got it down to that much. Then we paid it the rest of the way off. Then, of course, we accumulated more debt with them. Right now, we have a balance of $217, which LEAP will take care of. Dang it, my throat. Protect-A-Check here, and they want $25 a month. And our most recent, where is it? Maybe I didn't, oh, there it is, 2-2. It is now down to $404.08. It'll go up a little bit before the next time we pay, because at the end of the month, insurance comes out of it. So there's that. Then we have our veterinarian. They take payments. They are very nice people to deal with. And whenever our animals get sick, we can go in, not have to worry about whether we have the money currently to deal with. We want to get to the point where we don't have to worry about credit through them. But we were making good strides at making it lower. But then Neko, my eldest son's cat, got sick, and we accrued $1,100, which he is helping pay for, luckily, debt with that cat. So a total of the highest it got this time was $1,600, almost $1,700, $1,695. And we pay $64 a month with them. More once our Snowball starts. Once we have our emergency fund in place, we will start putting money toward Protect-A-Check, and then once that's paid off, we will put it toward everything that was going to Protect-A-Check into our vet bill. Once that's paid off, we'll go then to Capital One. Protect-A-Check charges 12% interest, so that's pretty horrible interest right there. But Capital One balance when we started watching was $936. They require a $20 payment, 0 interest right now, which is good. Our most recent payment was at the end of January, and we are down to $836.18. Then we have Social Security, which, as I've said before, was when I got sick with end-stage renal disease because of my polycystic kidneys. They unfortunately died, and then I got end-stage renal disease. At the point of getting end-stage renal disease, you can apply for Social Security or disability. I've always been a housewife and mother, so I did not have the work history to get disability, just the Social Security insurance, basically, is what they call it. It's for low-income people. When my husband has gotten overtime, or when we have sold a vehicle or anything like that, they would count that as income, and then we would owe them money from if they gave us a check or not that month. And this is from 3 or 4 months and miscalculation, but unfortunately can't quite prove it. Anyway, we owe them currently $1,440. Then the reason why I applied for Social Security was when my husband, he has also gone through end-stage renal disease and kidney failure because of his diabetes. When he got sick a couple years before I did, to the point of having to go on dialysis. The insurance through his work, the deductible was $8,000. So we racked up quite a bit of bills through that. And they will eventually be put into the debt snowball if we can find them. We don't know who is currently holding them. We know they aren't currently at the hospital. But we couldn't afford me going on to dialysis and having the same charges. So that's why it was basically just for the extra insurance. Then our last bill is that we're putting in the debt snowball is our HELOC. When we, like I said, when we started tracking this in my Happy Planner, it was at $87,600. They charge around 5%. It goes up and down a little bit. And our most recent payment has made it so that we are down to $86,100 and basically $90. So those are all of the debts that we are currently including in the snowball. We do know that there's others, but we haven't looked for them very hard. We have 9 years and 4 months to pay off this HELOC, or we have a big snowball at the end, or we have to refinance. And right now our credit is not good enough to refinance. You'd hope in 9 years it would be, but we'd prefer just to pay it off. And that is our goal, is to pay it off. We know that there's around $8,000 to $9,000 in medical bills for my husband when he started dialysis, but that's been 7 years, around 7 years. So we're not sure if they're still being held by anybody. We've checked his credit report. It's not there, but it could always show up at some point, since we have not received a letter saying that, hey, we've absolved you from this debt. So we're considering it still out there, but we can't exactly put it into the debt snowball with not knowing where it is. And then we have $2,500 around there of credit card debt that my husband wrecked up around 9 years ago. We stopped being able to pay when he got sick with end-stage renal disease. And then we have $300 more that we know is in collection for medical, but we have not placed it in our Snowball. We might just try to pay that off with some overtime. And these are my other sheets that go a little more in detail for our different bills that I've already shown you. Like I said, I'm kind of cheap, so when I printed this off and decided to change the wording, I just didn't want to reprint them. So I have different words up here for different things. And this will give you an idea of how I'm trying to stay organized. I really appreciate you coming and watching. In videos coming up this coming week, we will have a Zaycon order. I will show you, hopefully we will be able to show you a little bit of what working at one of the sites is like. You actually get $10 toward your next order if you volunteer to work the site. You get $10 per person. I'm not sure I'll be able to, but our 16-year-old certainly, Johnny certainly would be able to. He's done it before with his dad. Then we have reconciling the budget for this first half of February, and then next week we'll have another budget meeting for the bi-weekly budget that'll start next Friday. And give me ideas on what kind of videos you might want to see. Our family is a heavy board game family, and if you would like to see some of our board games and how they work, just tell me that too. I look forward to hearing you, and thank you for coming by and watching my video. Have a good day. Bye.